Hello guys, welcome back. Now, I don't have a ton of time on my hands, so this video is going to be a bit shorter, but today I'm going to talk about how likely it is that the top 5 teams in the NHL may increase or may decrease, may experience a drop-off. Now, you may be asking, this isn't really possible. How can these types of teams fall off? Well, Montreal Canadiens did fall off a couple of years ago. They were first place, and then they completely dipped after losing Carey Price and losing guys to injuries. It could happen, and it could happen for a couple of these teams possibly. I don't think it will happen because it is quite rare, but you never know what will happen. Now, I'm just going to go over the top 5 teams and maybe scenarios that they could possibly see themselves out of the playoffs maybe in a month or two. Next up, number 2 in the league, the Tampa Bay Lightning, who are coasting and are on top of the Atlantic Division just by barely. And the thing is, they've already kind of started to slump a little bit in the second half, and they've lost a couple of guys to injury. Of course, Palat being gone for I think like 8 weeks, and Hedman already been gone for a couple of weeks. It's definitely taking a toll on them, and the injury bug has hit them a little bit in the past couple of weeks, and it's definitely cause for concern, especially since the Lightning haven't played well since then. And I think they're desperately missing Hedman, and they're desperately missing like just a solid D line that hasn't been getting injured. And I think that they desperately miss Hedman. Now, they haven't been playing the best hockey, but they can still rebound from this. They'll evidently make the playoffs. I don't think anybody in the Atlantic Division can really come back and maybe take a third spot from them. But like I think I could see it happening. I wouldn't bet on it, but I could see it happening. Maybe they coast back to like a third spot in the Atlantic Division. It could happen. I don't think it will happen, but it definitely could. I don't think they'll miss the playoffs, though. I think that the Atlantic is too bad for that to happen. At number 3, we have the Jets. And I'd say that the Jets are probably the most likely team that could maybe drop out of a playoff spot in this race, just because they're in the Central Division and maybe they've gotten off of a strong start here. Maybe Hellebuck decides to be a little bit cold here and there. Maybe he starts to lose a couple of games here and there. And it could go downturn for the Jets really, really quickly. They could see themselves out of a playoff spot quick, and that's only because of that Central Division. The Colorado Avalanche are right behind them. The Stars are right behind them. The Blues, they have been playing badly, but they still are right behind them. And a lot of teams could catch up on them, and they could find themselves out of the playoffs quick. If they decide to slump in the next month, you could definitely see them maybe being out of a playoff spot. The Central is that ridiculous. And I think that the Jets could go on a cold streak. I don't see it happening, but they definitely could. And if they do, it could be death for them. I just think that they could miss it very, very easily, especially if they go on a cold run. At number 4, the 4th place team in the NHL, the Bruins. I don't see it happening. I'm just going to say it right now. I don't see it happening, especially if the Atlantic Division. They're coasting right now. They're doing amazing. And the Bruins are really playing their best game in a long time. I made the video yesterday about the Bruins, so you already know my thoughts. But I don't see it happening. They're too good on depth, and they have the first line and the defense and the goaltending. Everything is really working for them. I don't see it happening for the Bruins. They're in the top 5 teams, but it's not like they were hot to start off the season. They've been coasting right now, and they're hot right now. At number 5, of course, the Predators and the Bruins are tied on points, so I'm just going to put the Predators at number 5. And I don't really see them declining. The Predators have too good of a defense, too good of an offense, just too good of an everything to decline all that much. I mean, a couple of injuries here may maybe sit them back, but not too much. I just think that I would say they're too good right now, but they really are too good right now. And they're playing really, really good hockey, especially in the last 10. They've done fantastic. And they really have everything, and I really don't see that happening, even if a couple of injuries here have happened. But the injuries have already happened for them. Philip Forsberg has been injured for a long time now, and Ryan Ellis has been injured for them for almost the whole season. He's come back in the last month, but he was injured to start the season, so I just don't think that a couple of injuries here and there could really stop them. They're that good on the depth, and I think that they will do as much as they can to get to the playoffs, and I think that will end up happening. That's good for today, guys. If you guys enjoy it, make sure to like. If you guys really did enjoy it, subscribe. This was an interesting topic that I wanted to get out for a while and just didn't really have anything else that I really wanted to talk about today, but I hope you guys did enjoy. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.